everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Seahawks coming in at 6-5, going up against the Cardinals, who come in at 4-7.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by the veteran and the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002, and that's Carson Palmer.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Palmer. Completes it to Quick. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Wilson. That's complete. It's Rawls. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And it's a second down. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The 3rd Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Second down now after the pass completion. To throw is Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On first down, Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Drops it underneath for Rawls. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Spotlight, please, and a little traveling music for Dayon Buchanan, because he came into the league as a safety, a first-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals. Now he might as well just be known as an inside linebacker, even though he's undersized. Has a great ability to slip blockers and make big-time tackles.
He's been a West Coast guy through and through. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
This is the running back, Blue. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go again with Blue. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got Gresham. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
On the carry, this is Blue. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Palmer now, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K.J. Wright. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They run with blue, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Drops it to Blue, complete. Give him 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physical. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First down, this is Rawls. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Procise. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the gun, it's Wilson. His throw here's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now Palmer to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 49 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly at the 13-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Play action. Now Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Palmer. This will be caught just inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run. This is Blue. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Cardale Jones with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now following the interception, here the throw is hurried and picked off. It's Sherman making the pick and getting his defense off the field. Seahawks now late in the second. Under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Buchanan's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. After the INT, offense comes out now. Completion will be made here to a wide-open man. And he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. They end up coming away with just 3 on the draw. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Seattle for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going. So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering him, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Fresh set of downs here. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, rolls. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, block it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 2nd and goal to go now. Again, it's Rawls. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the...
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Procise, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe this up. And oh, it's blocked. And the defense has it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Now Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He hits Blue. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big gain of 31 on third down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Palmer on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And tough starting field position here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Wilson, a give to Rawls. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. They move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Wilson to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely.
Rush comes and they block it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And hang on here. Palmer's shaken up. Their captain still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. So Palmer, who's had some devastating injuries in the past, he's out. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Cardinals on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Here's Blue. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This is taking you to the 13. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw. Shrugs him off. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll be incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there, and it's 3rd and short. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Second down following the run. Back to throw. He gets it to Baldwin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Wilson to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Wilson. Flushed out. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And it was the Rams emerging victorious. Todd Gurley over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Palmer. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. Blue hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game.
After reviewing the play, the movement on the field was reversed.
First throw in overtime now for Palmer. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. Three yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Arizona, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our...